Hello, welcome to Whyspace.
Hey y'all.
Happy this is the last full week of June.
Is it the last full one?
Yeah, because next Monday is the 29th.
Sure is. Holy heck.
School's going to be back before we know it.
Listen, summer just started and we're already about at the end of it. So,
Ugh. But I'm coming to you live today from the metropolis of Cleveland, Ohio.
sure.
I thought about driving because I have a rental car, because actually I'm a little outside of Cleveland. Thought about driving by Cleveland Heights just to see what it's
Just to
like.
go. Maybe take a selfie with a sign that says Cleveland
I
Heights.
don't know. I have to see Wednesday when my flight back is. I might just swing by. I might do it live
Oh,
from there.
okay. Look at
Because,
you.
I've been all about the social media lately.
She's been on it. She's been on it for
So
sure.
if you're not following us, you really should be.
Listen, every time I get on Instagram, I go through
Something.
the stories and I'm like, look at Mandy. She's
I,
posted.
just doing what I can for the people. For the people. So interesting thing, in this week's notes, typically there's just nothing other than the notes, but this time you've left me some notes in there.
Did I? This
Yeah,
week?
yeah, in red.
Did I put my notes on your thing and not my
But
thing?
it's going to spur some great conversation
Oh
because
my
it's
Lord.
the insight into your train of thought.
God.
But apparently, based on your note on this first item, I will be the one discussing our first legal case of the day. So last week, and I think the week before, we talked about the Carmelo Anthony hearing and sentencing, not Carmelo Anthony, the basketball player, Carmelo Anthony, the young man from Texas.
Yes.
And he was sentenced to what was it, 30 something years?
35 years.
35. So I had put in the show notes Carmelo Anthony video footage released, and Becca put in red, didn't watch, don't want to see. Well, okay, but as our legal expert, I do feel as if we should address this. Did you at least hear about them?
I did. So my thing
Okay.
is, I think it's so funny that I did half my notes in the shared document and the other half are on my
Well, I know,
personal.
and now I'm like, well, I wish I could see everything, but okay.
Because I just put enough to like spur what my thought process was. I think it
Yeah,
was
gotcha.
probably one of those that like while they were in trial, they can't release all of that stuff because you don't want to like,
Yeah.
if the jury were to see something that's not allowed, whatever. I don't want to watch someone actually get killed. Do you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it's not like
Well,
you watch like 2020 and like you know that they were killed. I don't want to actually see that. I think that really starts to desensitize people.
oh, I agree. I feel that way about school shootings too. So there could be a lot of footage that's been released. I don't know. The one that I have seen, you don't to be honest, I couldn't tell what was happening because it was at a very far distance. It was if like you were
Yeah.
filming from an opposite side of a football field to
Okay.
like so I couldn't really even tell what was happening, and they had to like, put a shadow around Carmelo Anthony as he ran.
Yeah.
And like where it happens is behind like a tent. So to be honest, I didn't even see what happened or their point, because apparently the point, if I understood this correctly, which now that Lord, who's going to fact check me if you haven't followed up? But what I was led to believe about this was that the footage released showed what was termed as a group of white redneck large teenagers. That's
Yes.
their words, not mine. Um, like kind of getting all up in Carmelo's face, maybe some shoving, whatever, that which then led to the stabbing. Now, again, in the footage I saw, I couldn't see that. And then it talks about what you see then is Carmelo running away. Now that I could see because they had him shadowed, and you like, of course, I wouldn't
Yeah.
know it's him if it wasn't shadowed.
Yeah.
It was a track meet; people were running everywhere. So,
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I guess at some point in it you can see that, but
So part of his self-defense thing was
Mhm,
that he was saying it was in self-defense because these guys were so much bigger than him and they were all like piling on him and threatening him,
mhm.
which all other witnesses at the trial were like, that never happened. Like, did Austin push him like towards outside of the tent? Yes.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
So that video, they were probably saying like, see, there's no mob of children in there that are trying to
Yeah.
attack him.
So yeah, I didn't know if this was like supposed to endear us to him or
I don't know
because
why
like
we're trying to endear. Like he admitted he killed him. At the end of the day, whether you self-defense or not, like you still killed another human.
well, and I still go back to like first of all, you were still garnishing a weapon. Like
Yeah,
what are you doing with that?
as a child. What do
Second of
we?
all, like if you were trying to like subdue the situation, you could have stabbed him anywhere.
Right, like a hand, a finger,
A foot, even in the stomach, honestly, but you stabbed him in the heart.
or even just pull it out. I think that's enough to like somebody would back off.
Yeah, but
Do you
like you
know?
stabbed him in the heart. So this didn't do anything for me for Carmelo.
No. I,
Um,
I guess I
but
just don't understand what's the purpose of releasing it now. Like it's over.
yeah, I
He'll go
mean,
for his appeals, let him do that, but like it's over.
yeah. Did you have any other legal news for us?
No, there's still the whole Karen Reed suing everybody in the town of Canton. Right now they are going back and forth on Colin Albert. He's one of the like teens that lived in the house where John O'Keefe died. They're trying to do a deposition with him. He mysteriously just randomly dropped out of college, joined the military, and he's at boot camp, so he can't be deposed. And the judge is not having it. The judge was like, well, that's not going to be an excuse that we use. Figure out a way to do it.
Ooh, we can't
So,
do that virtually via Zoom.
right? That's what I thought. I'm going to tell you something. Alan Jackson will fly to wherever this person is and do it in person.
Every time that you say his name, all I can think of is Way Down Yonder on the Chattahoochee. I can think of nothing else.
That's fair.
Oh my
That's fair.
gosh. Well,
There's like
let's
700 lawyers involved in this, and we're suing like all these people plus the state at this point, basically. Which, listen, she's got a case. At the end of this, I don't think that she's like asking for money or anything. I think that she's just saying, like, you need to hold these people accountable. I want the person that actually killed him to be held accountable.
That's pretty admirable, I guess. Now, let me ask you something, because people want to ask me all the time in the comments about Blake Lively. Would would it alter you at all in your life if you like came to find out that Karen really did it?
Alternate, no. I would be shocked by it because watching the trial and seeing all of the expert witnesses that gave
Yeah.
all of the other theories that actually like lined up with the evidence,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, there's no way she did it. And then seeing all of the things that like the cops did that's on video, just, I would be shocked if they came back and were like, no,
It
it's
wouldn't
actually,
make you quit your part-time job as a legal expert.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, well, good to know since everybody always wants to know if my feelings had changed about Blake. But anyway, I haven't seen anything else legally.
No. And I'm sure there's some more. I can't remember the lady's name, but she's the one that killed her like three children.
Is
And
this
then
where the
she
husband called
went,
911?
yes. And like
Okay,
he's
I
so mad
saw
too.
like the headlines, but I didn't see the story.
I can't remember what her name is. I think that they're going to do a defense of like she had severe postpartum depression and psychosis and stuff, which I do think is probable to this.
But yeah,
I'm going to tell you right now, sister's still got a blank, evil stare. There's nothing behind those black eyes. So
yikes.
I'll be interested to see. I think that they had their last like motion hearing. So I
Yeah.
do think the trial starts this summer for her.
Oh,
Lindsay something.
yeah. I saw the headlines about that they like had the frantic 911 call from the husband, but I didn't listen to it. Well, okay. And Diddy's, well, we talked about that last week. His date got moved, but not sooner, right? Later.
I
Or
think you
no,
said it was sooner.
it's sooner, but I think it's like 3 months. I mean, we're
Yeah.
not. I did see on TikTok that his girlfriend called to have his pool cleaned, though.
Well, that was nice of her.
Yeah, it was having some issues. It took a lot of
Now,
work.
do we think when he gets released, what's your prediction? Does he release new music, do a talk show tour,
Mm.
or write a tell-all? What's his first move coming out? Because he's got to make money. And
Oof.
anybody that's got any kind of ethical anything to them is not going to sign on to a project, right?
But doesn't he own his record label? Bad Boys for Life or whatever?
Does he still have that? I
I
know
don't
there were some things that like he owned or he was part of that he like
got rid
resigned
of.
from.
Yeah. Man, I don't
What?
know. I mean, I could see him sitting down with Gail King. Um,
Think I'll sit with 50 Cent?
so, probably wind up back in jail for trying to
Do a
kill 50.
documentary together.
I kind of think he may just go to an island somewhere.
That would be the smartest. But at this point, does he still even have money? All
Uh,
that legal that
sure.
you're still
I think
having
it's all in like shell funds somewhere.
fair. That's fair.
Do you think he has any celebrity friends left?
Behind the scenes, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, I think some of these people are like, hey, we'll take care of you when you get out if you take care of us while you're in.
Yeah, because he probably still knows a lot of stuff.
Oh, Jay-Z's having to straighten his hair. I
I was about to
mean,
say Jay-Z's gonna be throwing him a dinner party when he gets back.
Jay-Z, man. Did you see the whole going into the entertainment section? I didn't put this, but did you see the whole like video montage of Beyonce straightening his hair
I did.
with a Dyson hair wrap or whatever?
Did you see that they released that because everybody was saying it was a lace front? And he was like, no, it's not.
That is one ugly dude, is all I can say.
How did you get Beyonce? I
I, man, I don't know. That was hideous. And I thought she looked so gorgeous, like so natural. She
don't,
didn't have
right?
makeup on, her hair was curly and down,
She's just so pretty.
and he is just, yeah. And he's
Ugh.
apparently not a good person. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of not great people, and you put some notes in here, which I didn't know this, so thank you for clarifying. I had seen that Rosie O'Donnell was replacing Jimmy Kimmel. But your
Yes.
notes say that this is only because he's taking his typical 2 month summer vacation, so there'll be other guest hosts and even Jelly Roll. Maybe do a few nights.
So I think that I learned this because the tweet that you sent me that had this as the headline, I clicked into it and it was all
Um,
like, because every summer he takes, I think it said a 2 month like summer break to go
is
spend.
he not? Oh, you know what? Man, I'm so stupid. I was gonna say I thought he was the one that got fired, but that was Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my bad.
But
My
Jimmy
bad.
Kimmel is still problematic and, the
Yeah.
president doesn't like him and he doesn't like the president and all that.
Now, Rosie got herself a facelift,
She did.
and I think it looks great.
I think she looks great. Good for her. I know
I
she like
think
came out and made a comment about it, like she felt guilty about it. I was like, girl, if you got the money and you're getting old, there's some things you want to tweak them.
we could tweak away.
Yeah.
But speaking of Jelly Roll, have we talked about the divorce on here?
I don't think
If we did,
it
I
might
think
have broken last week and we like touched
yeah.
on it. Yes,
So there's
because we're trying to make our
yes,
predictions as to why.
yes. So I didn't even put that in notes, but so and you told me you were not going to go watch Bunny's podcast.
So I've watched most of it like through TikTok clips, but I did
Enough
not
to
like
know
go
the
into it and watch
gist
it.
kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
Because I was interested to see it. I just didn't want to sit down for 53
Oh
minutes.
yeah. I have not watched every single minute for sure. I definitely have the gist. So basically, like, I do think it's still kind of suspect. I just, the whole thing is weird to me. Allegedly they were having all these communication issues. The IVF journey was really hard, but they're still very much best friends. But he's already dating, and she still calls him her husband. They still say, I love you. She got the compound and all the animals, but Bailey's mad at both of them.
So
And
it kind of sounds like Bailey's just in one of those, like, I don't understand why you guys can't work it out. What are we doing here?
yeah.
Because I think that they're both at the age, I don't know how old they are. I would venture to guess they're around our age, in early 40s,
Yeah, I would think she's probably older than us.
maybe.
I could
But
be
I
wrong.
just think
Almost like we're
like
talking.
he's really risen in his star power and like all the different collaborations and genres he's moving into. He's gone through this health journey. She's, God, had her body pumped with so many hormones trying to do IVF, also, she's got her businesses and everything that keep her going. And I just think that they probably are best friends and really did have a solid relationship going together. But like the path that they're on right now, it's just going in two different directions. And there's probably a lot that they don't agree on. And if you already struggle to communicate, I could understand why, like, you just shut off and kind of go your own way. So I can see it being amicable. And I truly hope that it is, because I do like both of them and I want them both to go on and be successful and happy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So she's 46 and he's 41. So
okay.
it's about right.
Yeah.
But apparently they have a surrogate
Mm-hmm.
that is still going to have their baby that they're going to co-parent. And he also made a statement in one of his concerts, and then he also did like a live that was like, plot twist, y'all thought we were going to be, hating each other, but
I love that they're being mature about it. This could have gotten a little messy.
I don't know. I keep seeing all the rumors that they're having to do this to divide assets because of lawsuits. And she says there's not any, but I just don't know.
That's fine. Listen, there's always a spin to everything.
Yeah,
So,
there's just something to it. But she seems in a good space for what it is. I mean, she's definitely said it wasn't mutual.
yeah.
Apparently he had threatened it a lot, and then she finally said, just do it, on Mother's Day. And he said, okay, so that
Yeah.
happened. All right. In other news, you told me today that Clive Davis died.
Yeah.
Death watch here. Now you said pretty sure he was problematic but powerful, so we never found out.
Yeah. Because wasn't he all up with Diddy and helping Usher bring Lil Bieber into the world? And
Yeah, I mean, I think he's another one that's like Jay-Z. I think his hands in everything, in every pot.
but because he has so much power, because of the position he's in, nobody's
Yeah.
gonna touch that. You know what I mean?
That's going to be one star-studded affair.
It's 94. I knew he was old, but 94. Hot
Yeah,
dang.
because he's been old since we were kids, but I have a feeling his funeral's going to be like a straight-up concert.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
It's going to be wild.
It'll be interesting to see who goes. It'll be interesting if there's like anybody that doesn't go and it's noticeable. I don't know who that would be, but I do wonder if there's anybody that's like, good riddance. Like,
Did
you
it
just
say
never
how
know.
he died, or was it just old age?
I don't know that I saw a cause of death anywhere. I'm assuming old age. I'm sure he got sick with something and it just his body was like, you know
Respiratory
what?
infection.
Let's go.
I did add two other notes after this. I don't know if you saw this, but well, I sent it to you. Apparently, new movie announcement this summer: Timothee Chalamet and Selena Gomez.
Isn't it animated movie?
I don't know.
Did I see? I feel like I saw a brief headline and I like skimmed
I just
it.
saw the cover of it, and it's just like a plain color. Um, but it reckoned a memory for me.
An alien themed animated movie.
That seems weird. But it reckoned a memory for me. Do you recall at the Golden Globes 2 years ago when Taylor was there with Kelly Teller? And remember, Selena came over there after the thing between her, Timothée, and Kylie. And I was just like, I wonder if it had to do with that. Because we never got to know what really
Right?
transpired. Listen, this is speculative, but I just want to talk about it anyway because it's just been on my nerves. Have you seen all the BS that Kelly Teller's PR people are putting in the media?
Listen, the sister girl is really trying to save face as to why she's not going to be invited to the wedding or not.
Woo! It's been one of the
Yes,
worst.
out and be like, we were invited, we just had other things, because no one has other things other than Taylor's wedding.
It has got to be one of the absolute worst PR strategies I have ever seen.
And why come out? Nobody was talking about you lately.
No, we forgot about you. The other thing
Flip
is
spamming.
the other thing is Kelly reeks of being a mean girl. So to say that she had a problem with Taylor and Blake using the dragon analogy
Yeah.
is the most asinine thing I have ever heard.
That's like if I was using that with one of my friends and you found out. I just feel like at the end of the day, you'd be like, well, that's weird. And then you'd move on with your life. but we
There
would
is
not
no
be friends.
world. There's no world in which Kelly doesn't say way worse in her texting.
Right?
She's,
Come on.
ugh, I can't
Yeah.
even. But anywho, okay. Another thing that got announced this afternoon, Olivia Rodrigo is putting on a concert in a field. Really big on the fields with the celebrities. They really like an outdoor theme.
Which
Um,
is fine, but go where there's seats.
this is why am I and I have literally been trying to think of this word all day. Woodstock. There it is. This is supposedly gonna have like a Woodstock feel, but it's all female artists, and 100% of the proceeds, profits, whatever, are going to like whatever that abortion thing is that she promotes at all her concerts,
Gotcha.
Plan B or whatever. But it's, I mean, she's got some decent names. Actually, not really. She's got Chapel Roan, her,
She's
like,
got names people know.
yeah, like nobody else I've ever heard of. Cara Delevingne's girlfriend, Minky or whatever her name is. But Stevie Nicks is going to be there, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Doechie's going to be there. I don't remember anyone else. Other names that I was like, who? I've never heard of you.
I think we've seen enough concerts in fields that go awry to know, like, we need somewhere with dependable restroom situation, um,
Yeah.
normal concession stands for water and food,
Yeah, and
uh,
this is like in August, I want to say, in
air conditioning.
California.
We need that.
It's gonna be like it's called like Daisy Fields or something like that. It's very like hippie vibe.
Is it like a 1 day thing or like a weekend long thing?
I think it's just one day. I don't know. I didn't look at the dates. It's either 1 or 2 days, but I didn't look because I'm not gonna go. But
That's fair.
I have no desire.
I've
Anything with
seen
it.
her like be interviewed by several different people lately. Like it's popped up on my TikTok, and I've tried to swipe so fast because I'm like, please don't
Yeah,
switch up.
get off my algorithm. Well, you know, she did an interview this past week with Anthony, what's his name, Faison or whatever.
Oh
And
yeah,
he's like super problematic. And she did an interview with him, and of course, all the what do they call themselves, the Libbies.
yeah.
They were real mad at her about that, but
I kind of feel like she's one of those people that like she's just gonna do interviews wherever she can get her face out there, and she's not really
yeah,
thinking long term, which is not great. You need some
no,
adults around you.
no, I'm just so not a fan. But anywho, who's surprised? Okay, so I saw Toy Story 5 yesterday.
Okay, I want to hear about this
Um,
because we're wanting to go, but we didn't go this weekend. But I've heard great things about it.
so we went, and it's like done phenomenal in the box office. I think it's like the number one, whatever you call it, like animated movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Becca's notes are, we will go, but we don't want to be where the people are. Nothing else released. That's what she
Listen,
said.
we talked about going on Sunday, but I was like, it's Father's Day, and all the moms are going to be trying to get the kids out of the house so the dads can go
Mhm.
next, and I cannot be with all
Yeah.
the people. So,
So yeah, Aaron Judd and I went. Full disclosure, I fell asleep before the movie started.
I feel like that's your norm now.
Yeah. But Aaron told me all about it.
Okay.
And he did wake me up at the end to hear the Taylor song, and it is completely fitting, so well placed, like superb. So that was great. The storyline is really cute, but I couldn't tell you anything else that happened.
Okay. Perfect. Good.
But
You guys
they
should go
loved
see
it.
it then.
Yeah, so they loved it, but the song was like it was so fitting right where it happens. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah. So we had a little question or suggestion, I should say. Maybe
Yes.
that's what we need. We need a suggestion box.
Okay.
But we had a suggestion that every week we should talk about what we have fallen for thanks to the AI on the internet, because we talk frequently about how Becca has to set me straight. Or last week I had to help her.
That's right. I think we
Um,
should do
and
like
so,
AI/satire accounts because that's normally what gets us too.
yeah, that's kind of what I was planning to. And so, two questions: what we're going to do every week going forward, what we fell for this week, which
Mhm.
I will typically have more, and then what's the most ridiculous thing we saw this week.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, so that's hard to narrow down. But did you fall for anything this week?
I can't think of anything because I always double check because I don't want to be the one that texts you something and then you're like, you're an
She
idiot.
likes to be a step above me.
I do. I really do. So the only thing that I've fallen for is a couple weeks ago when I had sent you that thing that said that Coach Prime wasn't going to let his freshmen have NIL or something. And I was like, great, I
Yeah.
love that. And then we found out that he never
Yeah.
said.
Um, I don't know that I have fallen for anything yet this week. Now, granted, it's Monday, just so y'all know when we're recording.
Yeah.
So, but have I sent? I was trying to think if I've sent you anything. I did send you something just yesterday, and you said that's a
Satire.
satire. Let me check real quick here. I know exactly where it is. It's on Instagram. I got distracted by some news headlines. Let's see. It was just
Well, I'm not seeing it.
well, you did call Blake Lively out for being a bad friend to me.
Yeah, she's not been a good friend to you.
Well, we are not sure if this was AI, but Khloe Kardashian posted a picture of her arms recently.
Right.
Now, you asked how filtered do we think this is? I never crossed my mind that it was filtered.
Well, because see, here's the thing. We know that she auto tunes or face tunes or whatever you call it. I think it's face tune. Auto's your voice. Face tunes all of her photos. She even has said it. Like, absolutely, I do that. So to me, I'm like, that is a face tuned face. So I would venture to guess that she has added some shadowing in. Now, listen, is she super fit? Absolutely.
She's
I
stunning.
just don't know if this muscle is accurate.
Well, it's possible. I remember now one of the many things I fell for this week. I fell for the fact that Benny Blanco had shaved half his head.
Right.
And you were like, I really think that's some kind of cap. And then I did some research and it was.
Yeah.
Which, why still were you doing that? He's so weird.
So strange.
Selena's got to get home from London because he's kind of wilding
He's
out.
losing it. Yeah. Here's what's crazy, and this did catch us off guard this week, but it is not AI or satire. It's that Mr. Ryan Lochte has gotten himself engaged.
And the fact that he looks the way he does has caught me off guard.
I'm just telling you, he looks real dark and put away wet. Like, he is looking real rough these days. And the engagement video, like, it looks like they're in like an Olive Garden.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Step up your game, my guy. This is your second time that you've proposed to someone. I feel like you can do better.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
suit didn't fit. The
no.
butt was saggy. The leg part was too skinny. You wore a tank top and forgot your shirt. Like, I don't.
The other thing that you had to tell me was a satire account. I found it was, we talked about this last week. Sorsby, the now, I guess, former Texas Tech quarterback.
Yeah.
I had seen the story that the Cleveland Browns were entirely focused on drafting the NFL supplemental draft. And I said, this has to be parody. And you said, yes, that's a satire account.
Yeah.
But also,
But
I wouldn't be
not out of the
shocked.
realm of possibilities.
I mean, that was an easy one to fall for, in my opinion.
Yeah. I feel like this segment is really going to pick up some steam once we get closer to football season because there's going to be a lot of things that come out about players and coaches.
Listen, it doesn't take much. Every week there's something. So it's a valid point. Now, I am interested to talk about the most ridiculous thing we've seen this week.
Okay.
Now, this does not mean it's something I fell for.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay.
But I'm going to say I think the most ridiculous thing that I've been seeing is that Taylor and Travis are getting married at Madison Square Garden.
Listen, we talked about that last week. Stupid.
And so
And if you believe it, you're stupid. Come on.
I know. And then I'm like, but why? So why is Tree not telling people to quit posting about it?
Because we got to throw them off their scent. Tree's
It's the
not
red
gonna be, like,
herring.
narrowing down venues for people.
But Madison Square Garden, like I said this to Aaron last night, and he was like, listen, I don't even know half their shenanigans, and there's no way I would believe that.
I think that people are like, because here's the thing. They're not keeping this a small, intimate affair. Taylor's inviting anybody and everybody.
At least.
So I think that some people are like, well, yeah, because what other venue will hold every celebrity
Which is a
knows what.
valid point. We may need an entire desert at this point.
Yeah, I think they're gonna
Right.
rent out a country. So, I don't know.
Um, Maybe Olivia will let her borrow that field.
Oh, maybe. Just throw some flowers on the stage and call it a day. Done and
I
done.
guess so, probably. Special shout out, speaking of the wedding, to Alex Earl, though. It appears that she and Benson Boone may be talking now, and shout out to her for probably getting a +1 to the wedding.
Listen, I don't love that as a couple just because I think that's like she's just having fun with somebody because she can't get Braxton
Yeah,
back. But the
yeah.
fact that you do it right around the time of the wedding, I'm genius.
Is it premeditated? Probably. But listen, I can't judge you. If I
No,
was single and looked the way
yeah.
you do, listen, I'd be finding an invite myself.
I'll put up with Benson Boone for a little while to go, sure.
He can do all the flips he needs to. I don't care. I
Do
mean,
you think, now that we're saying this, do you think that
uh-huh.
they're doing like +1s for the wedding, knowing that they've got to do all these NDAs and who's going to tell who? And
Well, I don't know. There has been the rumor that there was a no +1 rule.
yeah,
Now, I just don't see that. I could potentially see them saying no children. Actually, no, I don't even think I could see that. But
kids there.
yeah, because I mean, there's too many nieces. Then you got Abigail's kid, or kids now, right? Doesn't she have two now?
Yeah. Does she too?
If Blake shows up, she's got her brood. Like, yeah, I just think there probably will be kids. I just don't see them saying no about the +1s, but it sure does get tricky when people start dating random people.
Yeah. I just feel like, now listen, are there people that are not going to take their children? Like, I don't think the Staffords are going to take all their kids. They'll be invited. I don't
Yeah,
think Erin's going to take her son,
no.
but they're invited. So I don't think they have to say no kids because I'm sure all of Kylie and Jason's kids will be there. But I think
But
people are
they're
like,
going to leave early.
oh,
Well, surely they're going to leave with a sitter before the party's over, because I feel
oh,
like
sure, sure.
that party's
Okay.
going to go till like 4 in the morning.
I thought you meant like Jason and Kylie would leave early, and I was like, I
No,
see
no,
that.
no, no. Jason
Right?
will be shutting the place down on the microphone. I
Yeah,
can do that. Yeah.
yeah. No, I get you. Having a
Now,
sitter.
Kylie could leave early. I could see that.
Right. Like I've partied enough. You guys go for it.
She kind of has your vibes when it comes to public situations,
Yeah.
so I could see
I'm
that.
gonna be there and let me experience it for a little while, but then once I've hit my limit, I've hit my limit.
Yeah, I'm out. But speaking of the royal wedding, this weekend appeared to be at least confirmed bachelor party weekend. We cannot confirm the
Yes.
bachelorette party, though, that we think potentially it happened at the Rhode Island house because we saw Abigail there. But I mean, Abigail could have just been visiting. You never
True.
know. Um, but Travis has been on a whirlwind tour around California with each and every human he's ever met, I think.
Yep.
I mean, you had Patrick, you had all the Cleveland Heights guys, of course, Ross. You had Austin.
Yeah.
Something I loved, SD Himes' husband was there. Carissa and Aaron's husbands were there.
Yes. Loved that. I love
Loved
that that's their little like group.
Yeah, I just was like, this is so fun. So they went to a NASCAR race. Of course, they played golf. They went to a rave with Chris Lake.
Makes sense.
Did you see the cake, the One More Ring cake?
Yes. Love
I
it.
thought it was so cute. They went to a Dave Chappelle show last night.
Yes.
So it sounds like they're having a heck of a time.
I mean,
So I don't
listen,
know.
that's probably their last huge hurrah that they'll all get to do,
Well, if I'm
like
thinking about
camp and all
timing,
that stuff.
I am back on July 3rd because this weekend starts Tight End U in Nashville.
Tonight. It starts tonight's the red carpet for it.
So I'm telling you, I think it's next weekend, which would be July 3rd.
Yeah.
So I do think that it is next weekend.
It's got
I'm
to be
thrilled.
somewhere secluded, right? It's got to be somewhere where we're not going to know it's happening. Like it's not at the Rhode Island house when you can see everything going on.
No, yeah, I think wherever it's going to happen is going to have to be, well, first of all, large enough, but second of all, it's going to have to be somewhere they can lock down.
Do we think, okay, here's my thought. So to try and like also throw people off, but so that your guests don't exactly know where they are. Do you give a location for all guests to go to and then we fly them or helicopter them into the location?
Well, the story is that people don't know where it is. They just know a date and a time and a place to be. But that is not where it is. So I do think it is something like that. Now I don't know if they're busing them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do think it's in New York, is my opinion.
I think you could get married in so many places there and nobody's gonna know.
Nobody would know, and it wouldn't be weird that there were celebrities in New York.
Yeah. And I don't think they're gonna withhold like wedding pictures and stuff.
No.
Obviously, they're not live streaming it, but with how
But
they've
what if
handled
they
like,
did?
can you
Oh,
imagine?
I would
Listen,
die.
a grainy live stream of the wedding like the Eras tour.
Tess was on there, Lord. I would die.
Oh, God.
Talk
When I
about
see
somebody that got
wedding
problematic.
pictures, they've not
Oh,
like hit the engagement and all of that stuff. Like they've let us know pretty soon.
yeah, no, I think they'll do the same thing they did with the engagement. I think they'll release them, and then I bet people will get an exclusive spread.
Yeah. How many wedding dresses do you think she has? I'm going 3.
Well, what if the rumors are true? There's 3.
That would make sense. The wedding, the reception, and then the leaving dress.
Yeah. I think it's New York. I think it's next weekend. There's so many places it could be, but inside of New York, it is not Madison Square Garden.
And can you
I
imagine
think it's
the
going to be one of
fireworks
those
show
fancy
that's going to
hotels.
end the night?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because hello, it's July 4th.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
I think it's going to be one of those fancy hotels.
I guess it would have to be a large hotel. How many people do you think are actually invited to this thing? What's a realistic but big number?
I'm thinking 350
Okay, I can do it
to
up
5, maybe.
to 500. Yeah.
Because if you figure you invite that, what's the rule? If you invite X amount, 20% won't show. Of course, this one everybody's going to show because they're going to be like, we ain't missing this. I mean,
If I'm getting an invitation, I'm going. But
yeah,
also, like, their families aren't large on either
no
side. So the majority of it is going to be friends.
friends. But the problem is they do have ample amount of friends.
Well, and they've both been in their careers long enough that technically, like, your retirement age from your career. So think of all of the people that you've met in that, and
Yeah.
then you're the 2 biggest people in that area.
Well, and like you're both so connected to every musician on the planet. Like, who's going to play the after party? Like, is it going to be the Chainsmokers? Is Stevie Nicks going to perform? Like,
Are they all going to perform?
well, they say that she's written a song for him.
I don't know that I love that. I, I
I
don't
don't
like,
believe it. If she did write one, it's not going to be at the wedding. It's going to be on an album.
or like dance to it at the reception, but like, I don't know. Sometimes when they,
Ooh, I don't like that. Dance to your own voice.
no, it's weird, but I'd rather
What's she going to
that
have like an ear
than
mic on?
ceremony. Listen, I've seen weddings where like the girls sing walking down the aisle, and I was like, this is
No.
this.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
I can't do it. I don't love it.
No. And like, will there be someone who sings in the actual service? Who's going to marry them?
Will it be like a long drawn out ceremony, or you think they'll just like get in, do what you got to do, and then it's the party time?
Can you imagine if you were Travis having to write vows to Taylor Swift?
Because you know that they're not doing just the normal repeat after me.
No. And she's like the most poetic human on the planet.
I feel like he needs to go first.
I just feel like he ought to be like, ditto. Like,
Here's the thing, Jason did a really good job writing his retirement speech. I think if you get Jason, Kylie, maybe Austin to help, and then Chat GPT it, I think we can get
yeah.
something decent.
Yeah. But he's also a big crier. So he's going to cry through the whole thing.
They're both going to.
Yeah. I mean, Lord, if we hear what they said, I'm probably
So
going to
we're
cry.
Scott. Scott
Oh.
gonna be crying.
I just want to know
Donna
who's going to.
or why did I just forget her mom's name?
Who's mom?
Taylor's. Andrea.
Andrea?
I don't see Andrea and Donna crying. They
I
just,
see Andrea. I see Andrea crying. I don't know about Donna. I don't know. I kind of wonder if Jason's gonna marry them.
can see it being someone that they know. I would love if it was Coach Reed.
Oh my gosh, that would
Just
be
love that
epic.
so much.
That would be so epic.
Or Austin.
Yeah, it could be. He doesn't really like to be in the spotlight, but it could
It's
be.
true.
I hope it's not Patrick with that voice.
No.
Kermit
Kind
the
of going
Frog.
to be in the bridal party. Guys, we have really veered off into a rabbit
This is
hole.
not the notes at all. I always go back and forth on this. Is it going to be no bridal party, or like one each, or like the whole brood?
I think they're going to have a bunch, like 12.
I mean, shoot. Yeah, it's possible. But I just wonder if they'll steer clear of that because she has had so many friend breakups.
Yeah, but she's got so many close friends. I don't know that I see them still standing at the front because I've seen a lot of weddings where like bridesmaids and the groomsmen walk down, but then they sit on like the first row or something.
Yeah. Let me
I can
see. I mean, definitely Abigail, her friend Claire, the other one that's their high school friend.
Kylie. Although she
Me,
might not if
I don't
Kylie's
see her doing Tylee.
flower girls, because all the girls are going to be flower girls.
Yeah, Gigi, Selena, all three of the Heim sisters. That's already 8 or 7.
Possibly Brittany. They've gotten real close.
I could see Brittany, that would be 8, yeah. Feel like I'm forgetting someone important, but then again, we've cut out so many people. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Anyway, back to the notes. I don't even know where we are. Okay, so yep, tight end U starts tonight. Do we think she's gonna be there this year?
I do.
I think she's gonna be there. Greg Olson was on something this week or past week, and they asked him, and he was like, he didn't say yes, but I mean, he might as well have.
Right.
Now, will she perform again? I don't know if I see
I
that.
think that's
but
like that was special in the moment. We're not going to make it an every year thing.
yeah. Okay. Switching gears.
Okay.
Talking about sports.
Yes.
Did you watch any of the U.S. Open?
I watched the very, very end.
Did you think your boy Scotty Scheffler was going to win?
I was really hoping because that's his career Grand Slam, right? That's the only one he needs to win.
Yeah.
I was hoping
So
for
close.
it, but
He was so close, and it was funny because he started off the weekend like horrific.
yeah. Listen,
And then
like,
the guy that
a
won,
mental shift. Wyndham Clark, not a fan.
he's the guy that, like, if you're not familiar, last year at Oakmont, he like got mad and kicked the lockers.
Yeah, he's destroyed some locker rooms, or not destroyed, but like damaged a few. And I just think in general, like he's one of those where he wears his emotions on his sleeve and then says and does things that are just a little. He's
Little
not
too
really well
much.
liked. Yeah, not as bad as
Yeah.
Bryson, but Wyndham's up there.
Who did not make the cut.
No, he didn't.
Neither did John Rahm, which was very
Or
weird.
Brooks Koepka. And I really wanted Brooks to make
Yeah, there was a lot of weird people that didn't make the cut. But anyway, now speaking of the NIL, this is not fake news. Nebraska's Matt Rule passed a rule. That's a lot of
Love it.
rules. That all freshmen have to make equal NIL money in the Nebraska football program.
I love that.
I do, but I always go back to how do we enforce this?
Fair. I mean, do they get paid their NIL money directly from the university, like a paycheck, or do the sponsors directly pay the players? Because if it's paid through the university, you're managing it just like any other payroll.
Well, I don't know.
I love that. I think that that's fantastic. Like you're still making money for NIL, but
Yeah.
we're even across the board. I think that there's
I mean-
a lot of issues, especially we saw it in Colorado. Like these players get the big names and then they're getting all this money and everybody else kind of feel like it gives some division in the locker room, I would think. So
Yeah. Apologies, this chair is a rolly chair and it is delighting me to no end. Just spinning around. I may just shoot off in the back here in a minute. Um, yeah, I don't know. I like it, but I don't. It's just
I
also
don't love
problem.
that coaches are having to make these rules and be like the bad cop parent because no one else seems to be able to wrangle this NIL thing. It's gone
But
wild, which we all
also,
said it was going to happen.
well, clearly nobody asked us. But the other problem is, will this impact Nebraska's recruiting? Now, if I'm like a no-namer, heck yeah, I'm coming because then I'm going to get the same money as somebody who's good.
Yeah.
But if I'm like a big name guy, does
I mean,
that mean
listen,
I
you could
have
be
to
a
come?
starter at like Ohio or Notre Dame or Georgia or Alabama. Like you're going to go there no matter what. But if you're a good player that can also be a starter for a big, you're still going to Nebraska. They're still a known team.
But see, how does this work? Okay, so let's say you get an offer for like 35 million and I'm a punter and I don't get anything. Does that mean I also get 35 million? And where does that come from?
Like split.
So if I'm the big name guy, why would I do that?
I think it's where the university gets all of this NIL money into a bucket, and then we have that bucket split between 53 men, whatever the number is.
I don't know. I think it's problematic. I mean, the whole system is. I mean, it's a step. It's better than doing nothing.
Yeah.
But we'll be interested to see how it turns out. Now, I want to talk about the Los Angeles Rams. I have a problem with them.
Go for it.
Um, they're scaring me a little.
Yeah.
So they've gotten Myles Garrett, who, by the way, have you noticed lately in interviews looks really skinny?
Yeah, but I think he's just kind of like getting lean, more muscle. Listen,
Yeah,
he
it
probably
scares
went
me.
to Cleveland and was like, I don't really have to do much to look like I'm the best
I
player.
gotta tell you, I landed in the Cleveland airport today, and I thought, why would anyone want to be here? No offense. And here's what kills me. I went to the grocery store a minute ago to get me some grocery store sushi. And people were wearing Cleveland Browns t-shirts.
Listen, if it's the only team you've got,
You're not going to just wear an Ohio State shirt? Listen, I don't know, but I did see a cute little elderly couple getting off the shuttle at the airport. They were wearing a 2007, both of them, 2017 Cleveland Indians, now Guardians, t-shirts. Because that's
I'm
the
here
last
for
time
it.
they did something.
Okay. Okay.
Bless them. When they lost in the World Series to the Cubs. But anyway,
Listen,
um,
like Cleveland Browns shirts and hoodies and stuff are probably on the clearance rack. People are being mindful of their finances right now.
and they're ugly because they're that nasty brown color
It's
with orange.
oh, it's not pretty.
I was stunned. I was like, wow, you people are really, wow, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, you do you. But anyway, now Aaron Donald, who did retire early, is talking about coming back.
Okay, and
Um,
you put potentially retiring, and I was like, he
yeah, because
already
I'm an
retired.
idiot.
But then I
I
put,
think I was, yeah, potentially returning is what I meant.
should we be
I don't think this should be allowed
No.
because this is a LeBron move. This is I'm going to get all the good players on one team.
Well, remember how we did this with Aaron Rodgers a couple seasons ago, and like first play in, he was out. Like, these guys are just too old to be doing this. Now, is
Down.
Donald still in tip-top shape to be an
Oh,
NFL? 100%.
oh,
But so are people like JJ Watt. We just shouldn't be coming back.
there needs to be a rule. Like if you've set out more than I'm going to say 2 seasons, like you can't come back.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess unless it's like injury related. I don't know.
But then you've got like Philip Rivers.
I mean, Papal. I mean, he's literally
Yeah.
becoming a grandpa soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like it.
They could come back in like a consultant role, you
But you know
know?
they're already doing that, probably.
Yeah. But maybe if we just give them an official title, that will make them feel good, like they're contributing.
But
These guys
also,
just want a reason to get back in the locker room.
if you're somebody who's been on the Rams defense this whole time since Aaron retired, And then all of a sudden now Miles Garrett's here and you want to come back. Wouldn't you feel a little slighted? Like, what? You didn't want to
Oh,
play with me?
100%. 100%.
I mean, I know I'm not as good as Miles Garrett, but
Yeah,
come on.
let's just stay out while we went out on a high note. Like, you don't.
Yeah, I don't like this at all. All right, you want to talk about the Dusty May situation that you texted me about today?
Yeah.
This is
Listen,
weird.
apparently, so Dusty May, head coach of Michigan basketball, University of Michigan basketball, they just won the championship, right? This past year.
Yeah, because all they do in Michigan is cause issues, apparently.
Yeah, which I almost got on a satire account, almost took me saying that Michigan was about to get all of these NCAA violations and that's why we're championship, but it was a satire account. I figured that out real fast.
But aren't they going to have to vacate the losses? I mean, wins?
I don't know, but he is allegedly, and this has not come out officially from anywhere, it's just a bunch of sources are saying, but allegedly he is signed to be the Dallas Mavericks head coach because they just fired Jason Kidd last season. So,
So this is what we call the Jim Harbaugh of it all.
I mean,
Uh,
jumping straight from college to an NBA head coach, is that a typical thing? Have we seen success in that? Obviously, not up on my NBA knowledge.
well, I know you're new to the game. Well, last season, Bobby Hurley theoretically was leaving UConn to go coach the Lakers and then backed out at the last second.
Your
Um,
marketing PR team probably spread that rumor. Nobody wants you,
he's
dude.
got he's got a lot of issues too. I can't think of anybody else that this has just like happened with. My problem with this is just like Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh smelled trouble and bolted
Yeah.
to the Chargers. And I feel like Dusty May's doing the same thing. So he's being accused of transfer transfer portal violations, which let's be honest, you could probably accidentally do. It's such a cluster.
Yeah.
But it sounds like maybe he didn't do it accidentally. But his almost entire lineup this past season were transfers, and they did win.
Yeah.
So
His son play on his team too.
yeah.
I don't think he was a
So
star.
what typically will happen is you have to vacate wins, if it gets like convicted or whatever. So I don't know if that means they have to vacate the national championship or
That would be
I don't know
wrong.
what it means. But couldn't happen to a better school. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Happens in
And moving.
football, happens in basketball, whatever. Let me see, I lost my notes. Oh, okay. I wanted to ask you a quick question before we've got some other questions lined up. I added more because I didn't think we had much to talk about today, but
Clearly we were wrong.
should have known.
We might have to save some of these
Have
questions for
you?
next week.
Some of them are quick. Um, have you given any thought to national championship football?
Listen, I'm going to tell you there's a couple of areas that I do not excel in life, and that's predicting what team's going to be good. So I went to ChatGPT and I was like, if you were to make an early prediction, who are you predicting? And one of the teams it said was University of Texas because Arch Manning is a rising star. And I thought, well, that tells me that what has Arch been able to do? So I'm going to
I'm
take
gonna
a
have to
shot.
wait and see.
I'm going to say, and it's against my better judgment because I hate them so much, but Ohio State,
Ugh,
listen, they were good last year. Maybe they'll be good this year.
okay.
Georgia, because Kirby. Like, you know what I mean?
Always finds a way to keep win. Yeah.
Alabama, because why not?
I
And
just
Notre
was
Dame,
like,
just
she's
because
gonna
I
say
like their
Alabama.
coach. Listen,
Wait, you like who?
Notre Dame, their coach.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Caitlin DeBoer.
No, I listen, this will be the year that I think I have to make my decision on Kalen. I've supported him thus far. I'm gonna have to see how
Welcome
it
to the dark
goes.
side.
I know, it slides.
Um, I'm asking my AI, not my Chat GPT, my other one.
Okay.
I want to see what it says. I just want to see if it says the same thing. Still talking
One
about
of the
last year.
chats, one of theirs was Penn State and also Clemson. And I was like, what are we doing? I can't.
I don't see Penn State because they just lost Drew Aller to the draft.
Listen, I don't think the chat GPT is up on their football knowledge. So
Okay, so oh Lord, so Claude says, I don't have a crystal ball, and college football has been wildly unpredictable lately. And then mentions the fact that Indiana won. But it's saying based on like all the stats, it's saying Ohio State. It says Oregon is a dark horse runner up
Okay.
because they've got that returning quarterback Dante Moore.
Yes.
Um, Wide open between 7 teams: Miami, Indiana. I don't see Indiana being relevant again.
No.
Um,
It's their quarterback.
I don't know. I could see Miami, but I don't know who their quarterback was after Carson Beck. Georgia, Notre Dame, Texas, Ohio State, Oregon.
Do we think, let's just make a prediction now,
Okay.
Arch Manning's going to be able to do anything with Texas? I don't think so.
I sure want him to, though.
I want him to be so good. I just don't think.
I just don't see it, though. I feel like we would have seen it last year.
Yeah. I think he's a great backup. I think he's going to be a great,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, would you like to answer some more questions?
why not? We're on a roll.
Okay. Some of these are pretty quick. This
Yeah.
is from Lee. Is Travis Kelce more famous today because of football or pop culture?
I mean, I guess it's how you got introduced to him. I think he's more known for football. He's just recently known to a new group of people. So people that he's known by has extended. But I think he's mostly known for football. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, for me, he's most known for football because I follow football. But
Right.
for like the wider population of the world, I would say pop culture.
That's fair. I don't know. I just
But then I
think
guess if you don't follow yeah, I guess it does. I don't know.
Can you imagine how
Okay.
exciting that coming together relationship was if you weren't already a fan of both individually? Like if I'm just a fan of two, and then I get thrown into the
Well, I
trash.
probably would have written it off as just another one in the book.
Yeah. Like, great, she's happy. But it's when the
Yeah,
worlds collide and
throw
you're
another
like,
one.
this is great.
Yeah. Okay. This is from Gracie. Which athlete would be the best movie star after retirement?
I picked two. I think Jameis Winston would be hilarious.
He would be
But I
funny.
also think Serena Williams could actually probably do some stuff.
Oh, I didn't even think of her. Yeah.
I could just see her
Yeah,
like actually
that's not a
playing a
bad one.
serious role in something. I really think she could switch to that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but honestly, I think
Yeah,
she
I
can
can see
do
that.
what she wants.
Yeah, I could actually see that. I went with a very surprising choice. Well,
Okay.
first of all, I do think Travis is really good with acting for certain roles.
Yes.
But I actually went with a villain, Aaron Rodgers.
That would be interesting to see.
Like a creepy villain, like weirdo.
Yeah.
I mean, it pretty much describes him in real life. So,
Yeah. I like
okay. From Stefan, which athlete is the next most marketable, like LeBron or MJ?
I think this one's like more of who's just the hottest at the moment. So you could do a Jalen Brunson, you could do a Patrick Mahomes, you could do a Jackson Dart. It's whoever's at their height at that moment.
But Michael Jordan's been retired for like 30 years or something. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but I
got to be
also
very
think,
long.
I feel like he came around though when we didn't have all this other hoopla and stuff. There was no social media,
Yeah.
trends on TikTok and all of that. So he's known as the great, and that's kind of what's carried him. But anybody else, it's just who's hot at the moment. I don't know. Who are you thinking?
Yeah, and I do feel like I feel like basketball players because of the shoes. But I will say Patrick does put out a lot of shoes.
Yeah,
So I went with Patrick.
that's a
I
lot.
mean, I actually was thinking Steph Curry, but he's kind of already his own little entity.
And I also think his wife kills off a lot of his fans.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, from Andrew, which social media platform is winning 2026?
I mean, I think TikTok is just going to stay at the top of the game. Well, if you're an older
Yeah.
millennial, we really like our Instagram. But
Yeah.
overall, I think TikTok is winning the game.
I don't know how Facebook's still a thing.
Listen, I think that one is still just around because that's really how like families keep connected with like sharing pictures of their kids and events for school and that. But really,
For
that's all
like the
people
old
use it
people.
for it. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
our archive for our pictures.
Yeah. Okay, from Claire, and I think we've had something similar before, but neither one is on tour right now, nor have they released anything. So, who has had the bigger cultural impact, Taylor or Beyonce?
Uh, Listen, that's one of those questions that's really going to tick off one audience or the other. I'm
That's
going
why
to
you got to
go,
answer politically.
listen, but you can't. I'm going to have to go Taylor Swift because you have to look at the star power that she has, the amount of things that she's released, like her song catalog. Look what she does for
Yeah.
entire economies of countries when she goes and does these tours. But also, I think for the legal side of what she does for all artists,
Yeah.
that's a much bigger impact to me than Beyonce. Now, is Beyonce still huge in her own right? Absolutely. But I would not say that she has as much impact as Taylor Swift. I'm sure
I just
somebody
don't
from the
think,
Beehive could counter that, but
yeah, somebody's gonna get mad. I just don't think Beyonce is mainstream enough.
that's fair.
And I feel like,
This
though,
didn't land well.
well, I do feel like maybe like internationally, Beyonce used to be more culturally impactful.
True.
But then, like with the Eras tour, like that really just took over culture.
Yeah. Agreed.
So I don't know. Okay. From Whitney, which actor would you trust to lead any movie project right now? And I know you're going to say Blake Lively.
You know, she was one of those ones I kept, will she, won't she? Um, Listen, I'm gonna go Tom Holland because
Listen.
okay, I just trust him with any kind of film. I feel like he's always consistent and constant and not overhyped, but
Yeah.
anything he's in is really good. I think he
Yeah.
can do anything.
Same. I agree.
Okay.
From Haley, what would be the most surprising genre Taylor could explore next?
I'm gonna go rap.
Well, that would definitely be surprising.
Right?
I went rock.
That's fair too.
Because remember what was it? It was the 1989 tour, wasn't it? When she used to do like that growl kind of thing when she would sing
Yeah.
with the electric guitar.
Yeah,
It
you
was pretty
can't.
good. I mean,
Yeah, but I
you
can't
can't
do
do
a
it.
whole genre that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is from Aaron. If Taylor announced a documentary tomorrow, Becca's favorite thing,
Yes.
what period of her life would you most want to see?
This is gonna have to be like a 20-part documentary. I
Okay, okay.
Every behind the scenes moment from the time that Kanye stepped up on that stage and took the mic from her to present day.
Uh-huh.
I need everything behind the scenes. I need everything that's on
Oh,
Scott's phone. I need
oh
every
God.
conversation with her friends when they're hanging out drinking wine. I need it all.
And this is not at all what I thought you were gonna say.
Because
I
I
thought you were
there's
gonna
gonna be a
say,
couple of episodes that are just on the wedding. And a couple
okay, because I
episodes
thought
that
you were
are
gonna
on like the
say
fall
the
era.
wedding planning.
Yeah, I want all of it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I would
There's
love
too
that too.
much to
I went with the
record.
wedding
She can
planning.
just invite us there and we'll just come hang out.
We just talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went the wedding planning. I went from like the day of the podcast interview engagement through the wedding.
I like it. Listen, I'll watch.
Okay, this is from Petra? Petra? Okay, cool. Which artist today is closest to becoming the next cultural phenomenon like Taylor Swift?
This was a hard question because do you think that there's anyone comparable that could even get to that level? I know before we had
No, and I
like Harry Styles, but I don't even know if he could.
well, it's actually I didn't even think of him. Did you see that video of him singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
No.
with the orchestra.
Oh, I bet it was so
I'll
good.
have to send it to you. It is holy Moses, his voice has gotten good. No, I didn't think of him, but that's a good one. No, I don't think there is. And I know the Livies and the Arianators or whatever the hell they are and the Beehivers and all that. I'm sure they all are angry about this answer, but the only thing I kind of came close to was Sabrina, but like Sabrina like is not great for kids.
I just don't think
And
she has longevity either.
no, like what happens when she starts to look older than 14?
Yeah. I
And as
also
much as
thought
I
like
love Gracie Abrams, she can't command
no.
an audience like that.
I started to even wonder like Jonas Brothers because they're in movies, they're doing their tour, they have their solo, they now have the
Yeah, and
podcast.
they
I'm
have a
like,
podcast. Yeah.
while I think that they are starting to branch out and I really have enjoyed them, I just don't know that anybody's ever going to get to that level again.
No, I don't either. I don't
Maybe
even think they should
Travis and
try.
Taylor's child, when they grow up.
I hope we're alive long enough to see that. Oh man. All right, I'm getting my notes up. Are you ready for some Y Factor?
Let's do some Y Factor.
Okay, what are you not liking this week?
What I'm not liking this week is that there is dill pickle flavored everything now at the stores. Like I can't
Okay.
I can't we've got like dill flavored bacon and dill flavored chips and dill flavored popcorn and dill flavored tuna and it's too much. I think we could lessen the cost of groceries if we stop having all these manufacturers have to do all these special things. Let's just go back to what's normal. Do you know what I mean? I can't.
2 weeks in a row you've had a complaint about groceries.
I know. But I also at the grocery store saw was it cinnamon crunch flavored bacon? And we can't. Guys, stop.
Mm,
I
That's
can't.
disgusting.
Can't do it.
Okay, so what I'm not liking right now, and I don't know if they've taken over your world, maybe not. Maybe your kids, well, I don't know. We'll see. Are you familiar with the Nito?
I am familiar with it. My kids are not into it.
So you remember it was the thing I was liking a while back.
Yes.
Now it's become it's
It's too
morphed.
much.
There's these things called dumplings now,
I have seen that as well. Yeah.
and if they're glittery, all hell's gonna break loose.
I can't do it.
And I'm just gonna tell you that this is the biggest ploy for money I've ever seen in my life. This is literally a piece of plastic full of gel.
No. This is
This,
not
this
like
is all it is. This is all it is, and it's like $20. And if you want to get a Nito, first of all, you're gonna have to wait like 3 weeks on Amazon. It's gonna be $40.
mm-mm. That's when you just tell your kid, no, we're not doing this.
Listen, I asked Judd, I'm in Cleveland this week for work. I said, what do you want me to bring you back? I collect keychains for him. I don't know why he likes them. Puts on his backpack. I bought him a keychain. He was like, and two squishies, which means either two Nitos or two dumplings. What,
I
what, are you
mean,
gonna, what are you gonna do with all these?
but I also think it's a good life lesson for kids to learn how to deal with disappointment. You know what I mean?
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Here's a keychain, and your mom's back. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Hello. Yeah, that's gonna go over well. Okay, what are you loving this week?
What I'm loving this week, it's a documentary on Netflix called Marty, Life is Short, and it is Martin Short, a documentary. His life.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, it was so good. It just
does it get into like most recently when his daughter committed
It
suicide?
does not. This
Okay.
really goes back to the very, very beginning, and it really goes into like his intimate friend group, which I had no idea was every celebrity, and how like they just always hung out together, like they were each other's, that was their group. But it kind of goes through like, I can't remember what the group was in Canada that all of them kind of did improv together and they moved on to, SNL and different things. But it really goes into detail about all of that. Talks a lot about his wife and how integral she was and everything. And it does go through like her passing. One of his sons, I believe, was interviewed for this. I don't think both of them were, but I know at least one of them was. And so
Mhm.
they kind of talk a little bit about their family and how close they all were. It was so good. And Martin was interviewed for so much of it. So I just really enjoyed it. And it's a quick watch too.
Now, are he and Meryl Streep really together?
No.
Oh, that's
I'm
not
sure
real.
they're really close friends because she's just within the past few years been divorced or separated from her husband and they work really close. So I'm sure they're, it's older people that are on their own that just go to dinner together. I don't think it's anything more than that. She wasn't mentioned in this at all.
Oh, okay. Well, that shoots down my hopes and dreams, but okay. Um, so you're gonna roll your eyes at first,
Perfect.
and you're not going to do it, but I really think that you should watch
Oh, God.
last week's episode. It was either last week or the week before's episode of Call Her Daddy.
Who's on it?
Okay, this is where your eyes are gonna roll. Cara Delevingne. Now
Oh,
listen. That's who I was forgetting in the wedding too, by the way. Okay, but listen.
okay, go.
So I know you have not great feelings about Cara.
Yeah.
Though I will say, in the realm of faithfulness, she has been very faithful and loyal.
That is true. I
Okay.
will give her that.
But it's a very interesting interview because Cara's from a very, very, very wealthy family in London.
Yes.
Mega wealthy. They're very, very close to the McCartneys. They're all into the British aristocracy and all that mess. But
Yeah.
anyway, it talks about her journey to get sober, which she doesn't, well, she does flat out say Taylor's name at one point, but she doesn't try to make it centered on that. But Taylor was basically the one who apparently drove her to rehab.
Oh, wow.
And goes through that journey. It's actually really, really interesting about how she got to be the way she is, because I didn't realize, I've always thought it was weird she was a model because she looks short. Girl doesn't look short. She's only 5'6".
Oh.
And she's like a supermodel. So this is weird. She says it's because of her eyebrows, which is hilarious to me. It's actually really interesting because I, unlike you, have always liked Cara.
Yes, you
But
have.
you have had ill feelings. And I think it would be very beneficial for you to listen to this.
Okay.
It's
Listen,
not
I'll pitch the quiz. You know,
okay. I'll send you a few just to get the little
so
algorithm
get in my
going.
algorithm. I appreciate that.
Yeah. But it's actually really good. And I go back and forth with Alex Cooper, but I will say she's a pretty decent interviewer.
Well, and I think we
When
said
she's not trying to be hot takes. If she's just doing an interview, it's great. When she tries to get sound bites,
but I
or
think
make
also
it
when
overly
she
sexual.
is way too infatuated with the guest, that's when her interview goes awry. And you're like, this is too try hard.
Yeah. Sorry, I was eating some ice. I wanted to go see Cara in concert because I'm confused by this music career that has come out of nowhere. But she's pretty decent in everything I've heard, but she's in New York this week while I'm in Cleveland. So,
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
yeah,
Yeah.
just so you know. Another reason that I know the wedding's not this week. Well, that and tied in you, but whatever. But anyway, I think that's all we've got.
Listen, that was a lot. That was
All of that, and we're under time.
look at us. We thought we were going
Anyway,
to
we will be back next week for episode 114. I'll be coming to you from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
That's right. We'll get to talk about Tight End University if we saw any people show up.
And it may be wedding week.
And it
Should we wear our wedding dresses for the episode?
Do you still have yours?
I don't know. I'd have to go look.
I do not still have mine.
I don't think I do. I think I gave it to the Goodwill or
Listen,
something.
I'm not a sentimental person, so
No, I'm not a hoarder.
yeah. After the wedding, I was like, "This is taking up too much closet space." I'm pretty sure I took it to Goodwill.
Yeah, same. Well, never mind. Maybe we'll just make a veil out of toilet paper.
Okay, we'll wear white, something.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.